Chicks. Double shot, no chaser.
What's good? Welcome back to the Two Real Chicks podcast. My name is Aisha.
My name is Lyah, the realest chick of the two real chicks.
We're going to talk about jealous friendships and what that all entails. But first, let's do our weekly check-in, see how we doing, see how things are going. Because last time, hell, we just went right into it. So let's get into it. Lyah,
It's Aisha's fault that we didn't film an episode for y'all last Sunday.
First of all, what my fault? It's never
It's
my
her
fault.
fault. She don't never want to take accountability for nothing.
Never
and
in a
then
while.
she is the jealous friend that we're talking about today. That's the gag. The gag is she's the friend.
I mean, according to some people, man, they do say I'm a jealous girl. So
she is, and I'm seeing her for what she is right now. She's jealous.
But Lyah, how was your week? How has things been going? What you been up to? Tell the people your business.
I've been getting back into my YouTube era, posting.
Period.
Consistent over there. I've had videos do well. Y'all can go subscribe to the channel.
We gotta share our videos to our community tab over here.
And blow up some videos and whatnot. I had a video, actually, the first video I've posted in a while, like long form video I posted in a while, actually did pretty well. And I think it has to do with the vidIQ that we're using. It has a lot to do with that, and like how I'm tagging videos and things like that. So yeah,
we love that. We love
that's
growth.
cool.
Have you gained some subscribers from that?
I only gained like 2.
That's still growth. Okay.
No,
that's
give me the one when I can go from 148 to like 170, then maybe I'll consider this a no. But I'm like 2 away from 150, which is crazy. It's like y'all could have gave me them too.
That come when they come.
Don't do me like that. Don't do that. But yeah, it's what else is going on with me? What have I done? I have not done much, honestly, truthfully. I just I ain't did shit. I'm bored.
I mean, my past week, I don't feel like I've been too busy. Like, work is working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be on here every week telling y'all, oh my God, work was this. Because it's pretty much the same stuff. Not really, but really. Like, I do the same stuff, but work is working. Yesterday I did speak. Oh, well, I guess I do got stuff to tell y'all. Yesterday I spoke at Bosma's monthly alumni phone call. And that was really cool. I was able to, tell my story, tell people what's been going on with me. And I don't know. I think that was the first time ever really speaking to Bosma about what's been going on since then. Like, I've texted Michelle from Bosma and let her know what's going on with me. She was excited. So I know she's told a couple people, but yeah, like, things are moving and grooving with that. And I'm hoping that I can speak at one of the Friday meetings that they have. Because each Friday we kind of have like a group session, and it's cool. Like, I like it. So hopefully I can speak on that and, tell the clients my story. But also, I'm working with Easter Seals as well. This is exciting, y'all. So for anyone that is blind and or deaf that lives here in the state of Indiana, can basically go through this program. You just call Easter Seals. I'm not gonna say like a program like, oh my God, you gotta jump through hoops to get it. Literally, you just call them. And you can go on their website as well and put the application in. But basically, they have a tech library. And anything inside of that library you can take for 30 to 60 days. You signed your agreement, and basically they list out how much it costs. So if something happens to the item while it's in your care, I think you got to pay for it. But I mean, I don't plan on breaking anything. But there's a couple of things I do want to try out. The first thing I'll be trying out is the Orcam My Eye 2.0. And I'm so excited because my mom, I was telling her about it. She's like, well, I've seen that. And I told you need to get that a long time ago. And I'm like, girl, you just found out recently when I found out about it like a year or so ago. So calm down, relax. But I'm going to try that out. So hopefully the next time y'all see us in our next weekly podcast, I will be able to show y'all that. So those are like the main 2 things that's going on. So let's get into this weekly podcast, y'all. So with the fact that I have had quite a few friends, I know there's chicks out here, I'm sure, that still talk about how shitty of a person I am. I understand. I get it. Okay, I was not the best person in my early 20s, but we have jealous friends. We may have been a jealous friend. You may have been a friend to somebody that you was just like, oh, I despise this bitch. But let's get into it. Okay, so I found this video on TikTok. Y'all may have seen it. Lyah may have seen it as well. But I want to show it because it definitely peeks into what we're talking about today.
What's something your friend did to you that made you realize they are no longer your friend?
Okay, so we're choosing violence today. So to call this girl a best friend was really an understatement. She was like my sister. That's how close we were. So it's my 24th birthday celebration. We go to the club, and then at the club I actually get surprised by the guy that was courting me at the time. He sends over bottles to our table. It's really a great time. I'm feeling so special. So as I'm recording the whole time, and then this is like a few days later when I'm going through all the videos and pictures I took for my birthday, I realized that her facial expressions in all the pictures and videos were like really dead. Like she really looked like she was not having a good time. Coincidentally, it's only when I was being basically praised or I was being celebrated or when they were singing for me and things like that. So I confront her about it. I'm like, hey girl, were you okay? It seems like you're just not really in your regular mood on my birthday. From that message on, she sent me this long message basically telling me, who do you think you are? You think you're special, you expect everyone to kiss your ass. And then she ghosted me. 2 days later, I find out that she added my boyfriend at the time, and then she was sending him pictures.
That is wild, to say the least. Like, and it's always the ones that are like the closest to you that are the most jealous and that envy you and prey on your downfall the most. Bitch, you mad at me because I saw something and I called it out because I wasn't going to allow you to basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell the vibes. I can tell that when I'm in the pictures, your face is all scrunched up, you looking all ugly and shit. And then when I'm not in the pictures, as long as I'm not getting any praise, as long as I'm not stealing your shine or the light from you on my birthday, I might add, it's cool and it's fine. But I don't get that. And then you do dirty shit like go behind my back and text the dude that I'm dating pictures and shit of you. I want to know what happened. I want to know, like, did she still date that guy, or like did he ever, what, I want to know the rest of that story as it pertains to that relationship, because now I'm curious.
Yeah. See, I've had a situation like this happen with a friend, and everything that, you know, was said about me, it was always somebody coming back and was like, well, you know, that's not how she feels. This is how she really feels. And this is what she really saying. Like, if you don't fuck with me, bro, don't be around me. Don't let me be in your inner circle. Like, that's weird to me. And like, the thing with this friend, like in the video with her, it's the fact that I saw that you're standing there acting like that. I seen it, I noticed it, and then you want to act weird when I call you out on it, and then try to talk to my nigga. That's weird. That's weird. Like, females like that, it just, who child? This one I don't have a lot of them now.
I just don't understand like what the point of that is. Cause like, if I'm, first of all, if I'm calling you a friend, just know you didn't get that title. That's not a word I use loosely. It took me a long time to start calling y'all you even my friend. I'm like, oh, these girls I met off TikTok. Yeah. I will call y'all a phrase before I call you a friend.
Yeah.
We gonna let that marinate. I will call you a phrase before I call you a friend. You will always be oh, somebody I met off the internet, or this girl I met off the internet, or these girls I went to school with, or something like that, because you're not friends of mine. Yeah. You have not done anything that is worthy of that title. And if I'm calling you a friend, you damn near family, you're extended family, you're a sister or whatever.
Yeah.
If we ever get that close to where I feel, because you can be a friend, but I don't feel like, you know, we're not close enough to where I could feel like you're a sister. You know what I'm saying? There's even levels to friendships, but like, yeah. It just know, if I call you a friend, you have to be, we have to be close. We're close at we're a certain level of close. So for you to go behind my back and do something like that, or for you to not root for me in the same way that I root for you, I feel a ways. I would feel a way about that, because like, is the point, why are you here? Are you just here to like look at what I have and then pray that I lose it somehow, or to find a way to sabotage it? Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Are you an informant to somebody, and then y'all are in cahoots together trying to plan some shit? Like, folks' minds go everywhere. Like, people's minds can go anywhere when you invite and allow somebody in your life to get that close to you like that and be considered, a friend or whatever. So it's just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What
I say with us as well, I know for a fact we don't have that type of like, oh, I don't like this bitch, like that envy type friendship. We don't have that. And we recently, not to put our business out there,
I don't like this bitch like that, but that's another story.
Yeah, but no, I ain't gonna get too deep into nothing. But we recently were just like, I think I love this person. Like, this person has actually been here for me. She's genuine, and we hold each other accountable. Like, we have that type of friendship. I think we have the friendship that I have been saying I wanted as an adult. Now, I didn't know I was gonna have to go through all these hoops and jumps and all this shit to get here, but we got there. So I think over the years, with like high school, no, I can't even say I started in high school, like middle school, 8th grade year, I was friends with 2 different girls, and one of them I got close with a lot, like quicker, because I was over her house all the time. She was over my house, and my grandmother would literally let me go over there on school weeks and everything. But at that time, she was just in the house with her and her mom. It was just her and her mom. But when I say I started to pick up on things with her, like she would imitate me, and I would just be like, oh, this is weird. This is giving single white female weird. Like, it's strange. Like, it is not cute. So
not that single white female.
Huh?
Not the single white female weird.
Girl, yes, that's what it gave me. And by the time we hit high school, I was so over it because I kept experiencing that. Like, she's a sweet girl. To this day, she did block me on Facebook like a year or so ago. No, like 2 years ago. And it hurt my little heart because I was like, damn. But I don't know. That friendship was weird within itself. But the girl that I met 9th grade year, when I say circumstances was weird. Like, I didn't think she was jealous until we graduated high school for real. People started to tell me certain things, and everything was diminished. Like, say I did something positive and people were praising me for it. It was definitely giving, oh, bitch, okay, like, and like, it was that energy giving to me. So when I think about a friendship right now at 26, I look out for those red flags before I see anything positive about that person. And maybe that's a negative way of thinking, but I mean, sometimes you got to these days. Cause you remember that video I sent you from Chronicle Speaks? I could put this in the description, y'all, because y'all,
that girl got stabbed.
Yes, y'all got.
I literally thought about that video. When I tell you that was the first video I thought about, because that is weird. Mm-hmm. That was some weird stuff. Like, that was really, really weird. And I just feel like I've never had an incident where friends were jealous of me per se. Mm-hmm. But I have had incidences where, like, I remember when I first went to blind training. I don't really know what else to call it, because they're not training you how to be blind. That sounds very like deceptive and misleading, but I don't know what else to call it. But when I went to learn how to live independently as a blind person, I met this girl, and she got me out of my, like, I was very, like, kind of I wouldn't say standoffish, but I was kind of to myself trying to fill out everything and the people and vibes and stuff. And I'll say that, like, we started off cool or whatever, mm-hmm. but there were things about her that I noticed that it was just kind of like, I don't know if I really like that. Like, there were a couple people that came there that I ended up being really, really good friends with, and we're all still cool to this day. We still talk outside of we still talk outside the center and stuff like that. And we've even met up a couple times and like chilled or whatever. But she, like, the girl, I'm trying to think of her name. We'll call her Tracy, I guess. Tracy was like, one day, like, if they'd all pitch in and buy food or whatever, mm-hmm. Tracy wouldn't have any money, but she'd have her hand out for some pizza or whatever. And sometimes they give her some, but they'd be like, you know what? At this point, she's not contributing. So it's not fair to us that we keep on providing stuff for her. But then when she would get her money or whatever, granted, we all know everybody's situation. Like nobody has enough money to be trying to like, splurge and buy food for everybody. But it's like, it'd be the thought. We all, if you go to McDonald's, it's like, okay, I'm going to McDonald's. Y'all want some? Anybody want some? Anybody want anything? Whatever. And so it's either like, I'll get it for you, or I got the money and you can just go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she gets her money and don't even ask nobody if they want anything. Don't even bother to see if anybody wants something, but always has her hand out. And then like, I don't know. She was just not. I don't know. There were just things about her that was just kind of like, I don't know if I really just,
some people just rub you the wrong way. Like, after a couple weird incidences, you'd be like, I don't talk with you for real.
Now, somebody who has had an experience with the friend that's jealous is my younger sister, and she talked about this a couple times, but I won't put no names out there, nothing like that. But my younger sister, she was dating the brother of this girl's of this ex-friend's baby daddy.
Girl.
And the way they even started to bond was because of some messy shit that was going on amongst, like, with the baby daddy and the brother's mama. You know what I'm saying? They share the same mom. So their mama was, you know what I'm saying? Like, they needed to make a long story short, and a short story as short as possible. They needed a place to stay. The girlfriend and the baby daddy needed a place to stay. The girlfriend stayed with her mom, so she really didn't need nowhere to stay. It was the
her nigga with her.
It was the baby daddy that needed somewhere to stay. But the way the mama put it, the mama made it seem like they both were homeless and they were sleeping out of his truck or whatever. And so they're staying in the house with my sister and her then boyfriend at the time. And, she's not being treated right. And he's feeding her all kinds of lies and shit. And then eventually, they break up and stuff like that. And then a lot of stuff that was said starts to, come to the light. And so they become, friends. And for a while, like, things were good, but it was just kind of like my sister had said early on in the relationship, in their friendship, before, shit kind of hit the fan, that I don't think I'm going to really be hanging out with her too much longer, because she wants to do certain things. Like, she's always wanting to go out and drink, or she's always just kind of messy in drama. And I don't really rock like that. I don't vibe like that. I don't do that. And, this woman's in her 30s and my sister's like in her early 20s at this time. So, but one night it all came to a head because my sister decided that she would bring her other friend that she met when she used to work at Disney. Her and the baby mama went out, right? I want to give names. So Treese is the baby mama. We'll call her. So my sister, Treese, and then her friend, I don't know, Terry.
I think you said Tracy, right? Or was that?
We'll use Tracy. We'll use Tracy because that was for the other girl, but we'll use Tracy. So Treese, Tracy, and my sister, they go out. Tracy is a friend that my sister has had since she pretty much moved to Memphis and like started working at Disney or whatever. So they've been friends ever since then. And then Treese is the baby mama of my sister's, of the brother's brother's brother. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So they all go out for drinks or whatever. They're sitting down and they're talking about dating and just the relationships and the issues that come with that. And Treese was saying how her baby daddy is like, she would get back with him if he just would do right and tell them all the stuff that they were doing and da da da. And my sister was like, I don't think you deserve that. Like, that's not, he's done you wrong, and you don't deserve to be with somebody like that. And then out of nowhere, Trish was like, well, I can't wait until your boyfriend starts dogging you so you can see what it feels like to be a fool in love.
Trash.
First of all, who says that to somebody if you are a friend?
Not your friend.
That's number one. And my sister, like, the next day was like, called her friend Tracy and was like, okay, I want to, I want to make sure that I'm not wrong, or that I don't, that I'm not being crazy, but should I feel some type of way about her saying that? And she was like, yeah, like, you have the right to feel how you feel, because that came off like you know, a little that just did not sit right with. She was
Yeah.
like, and even her friend was like, I felt like at the table it irked me too. It kind of got to me too. And then what really put the nail in the coffin was they ended up Treese, the baby mama who getting fucked over by her baby daddy, her brother works at the same place that my sister's boyfriend worked at.
Mm-hmm.
He used to work there. They ended up getting a bonus. This was like right around Christmas or a little bit after, but they ended up getting a bonus. And so my sister was like, "Oh well, you know, my boyfriend, he gonna take me on a date. We probably gonna go to Fleming's or whatever." She was like, "Oh, okay, that sound cool. That sound good." Yada yada. They hung up. This heifer called back and said, "Well, you know, I just wanted you to know that my brother told me they got a bonus, and so that's the reason why he probably take you on that little date because he got some extra money."
Bro, it would have been time to throw them hands.
And my sister was like, "No, we go on dates all the time. We've been to Fleming's multiple times, even when he didn't have a bonus. Like, girl, stop fucking playing for real. Just because you don't get to go on dates like that, and just because you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have that experience with your baby daddy, with him taking you out and him treating you the way you want to be treated, even though he's a married man and steady messing around with all these different women and had 11 different babies on you. That don't mean that everybody else is going through the same thing. And so after that, my sister just was like, okay, yeah, this, reflecting on it and like just looking at the stuff she was doing, she's been praying on my downfall for the longest time. And she don't like the fact that her baby daddy brother is a better man than her baby daddy. You chose wrong, sis. Like that's just what it is. Like that's the definition of a jealous ass friend.
Yeah.
You're in my face all day, every day. We are hanging out. I have helped you when your nothing ass baby daddy didn't have the funds to, or had the funds and wouldn't give them to you. Like, I was helping you out. You know what I'm saying? I've done more. I have had arguments about you in my relationship because my man did not feel like you were somebody I needed to be around. Yeah. Granted, some of his reasoning was more personal. It was more about, you know, him being concerned about him and his mama sometimes, but he had some of his reasons were valid as to why he felt like they shouldn't be friends. And it's like, I got into arguments with my man about you. Yeah. Only to find out that this motherfucker was right. Like that hurts, because it's just like, I already don't, you know, my sister already don't be vibing with too many people because people are weird. But you are a 30-something-year-old woman, don't know how to be a friend.
Yeah, I got that same experience though, because when me and Anthony got together, I was on I think the second round of letting my friend at the time live with me. And I ultimately, that it didn't work. But when me and Anthony moved into our first official place alone, the place we were at before we were at this one, y'all, she came and moved in with us again. Fuck up. That was my fuck up. But he kept saying, I don't know about this, babe. After him knowing what her and I's relationship was, and even her and her baby daddy's relationship, me and his relationship was, like, Anthony was like, nah, I don't want this in my house. Like, I don't really want it. But against his better judgment, he agreed, only because some stuff had happened. So once her and her child, my god baby, was coming, they was there. We slowly realized this girl ain't trying to clean this baby. She damn near not trying to feed the baby. She's using me basically. Oh, well, you're sitting home all day anyways. Why can't you watch the baby? Like, that's definitely the mindset she had.
Oh, and no, that's bullshit.
While like the friendship was going, even before that, before I finish off that story, while the friendship was going, when we were 15, my grandma told me quit being a girlfriend because she's not your friend. By the time we hit 18, she was telling me how, you know, men ain't gonna want to fuck with me because I'm not light-skinned with good hair. First of all, you may be light-skinned, but your good hair, honey, it's matted on top of your head. So can we really say something about
colorism of it all?
Yes, because she's mixed. She's mixed, half black, half white. So she definitely had that, oh, I'm prettier than you. But it's like,
she's a colorist bitch.
Right. So other people were seeing it, and I was very much like, no, but she's not really like that when we're alone. When she wasn't, when it was just me and her, I wouldn't really get that for real until we got older. So when she moved in with me and I had my first place, things was happening. She's always said to me, like, Everything's always handed to you. You've never had to work for something, will work for nothing. I'm always having to get it up out the mud. And I'm like, anything I've wanted, I've worked hard to get. Anything that has been handed to me, it's been handed to me because of the opportunities I've placed myself in, the rooms I've placed myself in. It's not just getting handed to me. Then the well, I don't have to sit on my ass, or you sit on your ass all day collecting a check every first of the month. Are you mad? Because I get a check. They can take that damn check. That check don't
First of all, if you knew how much I got, bitch, you wouldn't be saying all that. I don't sit on my ass and collect a check, bitch. Sometimes it's not that I'm sitting on my ass. I don't want to be sitting on my ass.
Yep. At that time, y'all, yeah, like I was trying to get it work, but it just wasn't working out. It clearly wasn't my time just yet. But yeah, that's the energy. That's the type of friend that I had for 10 years. So when she got to my place and I'm sitting there and I'm realizing, girl, you're not trying to work for real. Then she got a car and told my grandmama, because y'all, mind you, she's been around me since we was 14, 15 years old. She's lived with me and my grandma. My grandma had custody of her at one point in time. Like, when I say she was in the family, honey, she was in the family.
She was in the
my
family. She was deep off in the family.
Yeah, my cousins called her cousin. Like, she was very much there. She's calling my auntie and uncle's auntie and uncle, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So when this came all to a head, and she was just sitting there in my living room telling me, I'm just so sorry, but I understand, but I just need more time. And she like, every time I looked up, you needed me. I was there for you, but you was shitting on me, pillow talking to your baby daddy. Once me and him got in conversation with each other and had direct communication, he would literally tell me over and over again, Aisha, you know the shit she would say about you for years. You were not that person. He said, I'm telling my mama, you completely opposite of what this girl was saying for years. For years, you talking crazy about me. Years. And I'm sitting here, la, 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 la. I got this friend. She's so nice. She's so cool. But bitch, you ain't shit to me for real. Like, you never wanted to be my friend.
That's that blind loyalty to a fault.
Yeah. You just
Literally.
knew that I had an opportunity to give you things and help you, but you took that for advantage. Like, my family didn't have to have you live with them. My mother was in prison when me and this girl met. Oh my God, I feel like a tangent. But she was in prison. My mama got out. She even lived with my mother at one point in time. She lived with my grandmother on multiple occasions. Her and her baby, her baby, and her baby daddy. So it's like, when I say my family and me were down for her, we were down for her. But circumstances kept popping up and she just kept fucking up. She's one of those people, and I have been saying this since we was kids. I almost said her name. She would walk through the wrong door, the fire-breathing door, the door that's telling you don't walk over here, it's hot. She go walk on that door. And then the other door that's all nice, cool, sunshines, rainbows, and unicorns, she ain't gonna walk to that door. She's not. That door don't exist to her. So when I look at our friendship now at 26, I just be like, damn. I went through a fucking lot. All because I just wanted a damn friend. But I don't know. Maybe it was some jealousy in there for real. Like, because why would you say to me the things that you would say to me? And it would hurt. It would hurt bad. We would be in the middle of arguments and she'd say, I can't argue with no bitch to collect the check. What are you saying, bitch?
But
like,
okay,
what?
but hold on. Pause. You can't argue with a bitch that collect the check, but when you go to work for 40 hours a week, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What is the difference between me sitting on my ass collecting a check and you going to work? Mm-hmm. Either way, bitch, money is flowing.
Money is coming.
Money is flowing. I can't argue with no bitch that collect a check. Then bitch, shut the fuck up and don't ever argue with nobody in your lifetime. Everybody's collecting a check in some form or fashion. Okay. And then for her to even say that, like, this is probably around a time where you had probably been blind for a good little minute. You know,
I went blind our sophomore year, going into our sophomore year, and she ended up getting taken from the state took her. So me and her both was going through some crazy shit at the same time. So that's why we stayed in contact, because everybody else we was talking to wouldn't like really respond for real. They was, high schoolers.
But seeing, and even in that, that's why you have to be careful with friends too, because and like how you have your friendships or the bonds that create the relationships that you have.
It was a trauma bond for sure.
Yeah, I'm about to say that, because sometimes you bond over the wrong shit. Sometimes the wrong things keep you bonded. Y'all were bonded by trauma.
Yep.
You had a very traumatic experience and going blind and losing your sight, and she had a very traumatic experience of, being put into being a ward of the state, basically,
Yep.
and having to be probably bounced around from foster home, and living in a group home, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of like I've been orphaned by my parents, and now I'm sightless, and I'm having to navigate a world that I am not familiar with. You know what I'm saying? So it's that, but it's like at the same time, it's not about how you fall, but how you get up. I got my ass up, and I'm like, you know what? I can sit here and be mad about it, but you had your period where you were. All right, I'm mad. All right, I'm over it. Get off your ass and make some shake. I'm not sitting up here, intentionally waiting around for a handout. I need this money because right now I don't have a job.
Yep.
Dumbass. Like, I don't have a job. I don't have a means of being able to work at this current moment in time. I don't have the necessary skills that I need to be able to, do any type of computer work or just, be as independent as I want to be.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, bitch, you live with me. You sitting up here telling me I can't talk to a bitch. See, you supposed to be said, I can't argue with a bitch that collect the check, and I can't argue with a bitch that's still living with me.
Right.
They need me for shelter.
Right.
I can't argue with a bitch who done lived in my motherfucking folks' house for years on years because her folks didn't want her. Oh, see, that would have now you would have been wrong for saying that. Because you was an orphan. You would have still been an orphan had it not been for me and my folks. Don't go there. Don't play with me.
Like, and before we moved into here, remember I had an issue with her as well when I had hit her up because I had found out that she was working at a shelter for like animals. She loves animals. Okay, everybody loves animals. Whoop-de-damn-do. I had to get rid of my dogs to move here because I couldn't have animals. Okay, cool. I knew that was a sacrifice when we moved that may had happened, right? We was okay with that if we could find them homes. We was able to find them one of them homes, and the other two we had to take them to the animal shelter. And they have been adopted by people, so we're happy about that. And so I hit her up on some like, hey, I know that you work at this. I saw it on Facebook and I heard about it. Like, is there a way you can contact me with a family that's looking for an animal? I'm trying to place them in a home so I can move. This bitch sends me back a message. So why the fuck did you get a dog in the first place if you knew you couldn't live with them the rest of your life? Hold on.
First of all, why did you ask the dog? Why did you even choose this honor if you knew you was finna die? Girl, shut up.
Right. So I'm like, wait a minute. I said, I'm trying to rehome them because I know what's about to happen. I don't want to have my dogs out on the street. So then she sends a message back on the same shit, but a little more aggressive. Then she hits on Facebook. Bitches out here getting dogs and can't even take care of them. Why have them? And I'm like, oh, okay. Under the comments, people calling me bitches, calling me out my name. My mama calls me. What the fuck happened? What's going on? I said, well, I hit the bitch up because, you told me what you told me about her job. I'm trying to replace the dogs in a new home. She go off on the deep end. Then she gonna say, this is what really hit me because this is a bitch that has never really had her own for real, right? She gonna say, I would never choose housing over my animals. Me and my dogs can be outside together. I said, well, bitch, that's the difference.
What?
Me and you, ho. That's the difference.
I hope them dogs feel good as a bed at night.
But I could really go in and then say, oh, well, you be in hotels. Like, I could go in. You choose hotel life. I chose stability. That's what I wanted. So when I'm like thinking of a jealous friend, she comes to mind quite often.
She's definitely the definition of a jealous friend. Her and the other girl I told y'all about were definitely definitions of jealous friends, because first of all, you can tell a motherfucker be jealous of you. First of all, when a motherfucker don't clap for you,
yes,
when it's your time to be celebrated, that's a red flag. If you clapping loud for everybody else and then me is crickets, oh yeah, I'm looking at you funny. What? Because why not? Why aren't you clapping for me? Why are you not being reciprocal with the energy that you're giving or that I'm giving? If I'm the one that's seeming like if I can't call on you, and this is just in any relationship in general, but since we're talking about friends, if I can't call on you whenever I need something, but I'm always available when you need something, I'm gonna feel away, because it's just like it's becoming very much one-sided at this point. And I'm like somebody said, when people around you are blessed, are getting blessed, and like people say, love thy neighbor, and like somebody said, if God is blessing the people around you, that means he's in the neighborhood. So your time is coming. Baby, be patient.
Yeah.
Clap for me while you know what I'm saying, while I get my blessings and I get, what's owed to me, and I get the and I'm reaping the benefits of my labor, the fruits of my labor, because if your time is coming. Everybody has their time. This is mine. Like, allow me to shine and just celebrate with me, because when your time comes, trust and believe, I'm gonna let you shine, and we're gonna celebrate we're gonna celebrate your blessings and accomplishments and all the things. But some people cannot handle the fact that your life is at this moment is better than theirs. And it's just like, I'm not understanding why, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you are a good-hearted person. I don't care what nobody says, like, oh, they ain't gonna let that bother me. No, it's bothering you still. It's gonna bother you for a minute. Especially if you're a good-hearted person and you know that all you were ever trying to do was be a genuine friend to a person, to somebody. And then they go behind your back and they start, texting your men. They start trying to, fuck your man, your man while you're in the household.
On social media.
They start saying things that suggest that they're really envious of your life, and they wish that it would all be taken away. Like when they start doing little weird stuff, behaving weirdly, it's just like, okay, and then you got to cut them off, because you know that they're not serving you well, and like there's nothing that you can gain from them, but they're gaining everything from you. It's just like that hurts. That hurts anybody.
Yeah.
So and like, to anybody who's in friendships like that are younger, that may see this, it's just like, you have to be careful, and you have to be able to know when somebody is actually for you, and when somebody is around to just use you for what you have, and then, you know what I'm saying, and disappear.
Yeah. I think as you get, in your youth, it's very easy to fall in situations like me, like the one I had, because like, you still trying to root for this person. You want this person to win just as much. And I think when I think about that friendship, I could see where it kept turning and kept turning. And I just was like, I'm gonna just keep giving her a chance, because she would come back and be back in my good graces. And it's like, you kind of have to go through it. Like you had said in a previous episode, like, you kind of got to go through certain stuff to like realize, okay, I gotta stop getting hit on top of the head now. Like, I gotta learn this lesson. So when stuff starts to come up and y'all see them patterns, definitely be vigilant. Absolutely. When situations pop up, because I know in my adult years now, I'm more, right now in my life, this season that I'm living right now, I'm more vigilant when it comes to people who I know just don't fuck with me. I'm not going to continue being in your presence. I'm not going to continue allowing you to call you, allow you to call you, how the fuck am I saying this? Allowing you to call me your friend, or allowing me to call you my friend, when I know that's not the case. We're just holding up a facade. I'm done with that part of my life. I'm done allowing people to just think, oh, they're just going to walk over me and use me. I'm over it. So I think this stage in our life, like, is definitely finding friends that serve you and you serve as well, because I'm trying to have lifelong friendships. I want to be sitting back in my rocking chair on vacation somewhere with my friends with mimosas in my hand. Like, bitch, we lived a good life. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like when you are, okay, my sister's home, so that's why you hear the loud noise. Sorry. I feel like, first of all, when you see the signs, don't ignore them. Don't ignore the flags. Let, like, really be vigilant with it, because what will end up happening is you'll end up in a friendship that is lasted longer than it should have. You have to know when to cut people off. Some people only come in your life literally for a season and a reason, and then some people are in your life to stay for its entirety. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to discern what people are for which time. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody is that. And you also need to be vigilant and, like I said, realize when certain situations arise, look at how people are acting. Look at how, people behave. Look at the people who congratulate you.
And
Look,
how they respond to that shit that's going on in your
yeah.
life. Like,
Look at how people,
sure.
look at how they congratulate you. Look at how they act when you're up versus when you're down. Look at who's around you when you're up and when you're down, because that tells you a lot, especially when you're down. When you don't have it, when you don't have anything to give, when nothing good is going on in your life, you know what I'm saying? Or when everything is just smooth and copacetic and there's really nothing wrong, everything is just okay. Look at those people. Look at who's still around after that. When we ain't popping bottles and we're not taking pictures on vacation, you know what I'm saying? And I'm down now and I'm struggling and I don't know how I'm gonna make it to tomorrow. If those same people are still there during those times, those are probably the ones you need to stick with. If those people aren't there during those times, those are probably the ones you need to get rid of. If they're only coming around because it looks good, if you're only a friend because it's aesthetically pleasing to them and not because it's something that they actually want, it's probably not a good friendship to be a part of.
Leave that whole word, okay?
That's because some of y'all, I said this before, some of y'all only want friends because it looks good.
Yep. And that's another episode within the damn self. Social media friends? Girl.
Yeah, some of y'all want friends because it's cute and because it fits in aesthetic and
she got a big booty. Oh,
and
what
it makes you look.
Name? What was that girl's name? That rapper, Erica Banks. Girl.
Yeah, some of y'all want friends because, like I said, because it looks aesthetically pleasing and it looks aesthetically pleasing and it makes you look likable. You know what I'm saying? But behind the scenes, you're not a friend. Yep. So that's just something to keep in mind. Keep a lot of this stuff in mind when you are like in these friendships, because some people can take you on a roller coaster that you don't even need to be on.
Facts. But I think I've said all I can say. What you thinking?
Yeah, I think we didn't say it.
All right, well, close us out, Lyah.
No. Thank y'all for watching this episode. Y'all for watching this episode of the podcast. We hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your jealous friend stories in the comments if you have any, or if you know anybody else's experiences and they're okay with it being shared. Put those down in the comments below. We want to read them. We want to see them, and
even if they don't care, shit, still share it because
we want to read them. We want to see them, and we'll see y'all in the next.
Thank you for watching the Two Real Chicks podcast. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to our channel and press the bell so that you don't miss a single upload. We're always interested in hearing what you think, so be sure to leave your comments and thoughts on this week's episode in the comments below. We'll see you next time.